testing one. There we go. Okay, so we have to put this like this. We have to just.
How long does it take for the pie to be
the king commands on the 14th of Adar, 5785, that Purim is a time when we throw caution to the wind. Sing out, sing strong, wear a mask, sing along, call out, oy vey, let's practice that. Oy vey, when the moment demands, so all can hear you throughout the land. Dance around, do a jig, or show joy from your seat, for Purim comes but once a year, with nary a repeat. So to begin our morning of celebration for Purim, we're going to do some of the morning prayers that we would do this morning. It's very abbreviated. There will be no prayer books. No prayer books. So sing along, sway, or just take in these ancient words. This morning in the court of Ahasuerus, we will have the Seacrest players, our very own residents, acting out the entire story for us. So a little davening, a little praying, the cast acting it out. Your song sheets are in front of you. The green song sheets. You'll also see our program for who is playing what character. And before we do the davening, then before we do our play, we're going to chant. Cantor Judith is going to chant the 7th chapter of Megillat Esther, so we can all hear a little bit of that story. And you'll notice it's a special melody, and the scene is right when Esther invites the king to a party to tell him that Haman wants to kill the Jews. And like any holiday in the Jewish tradition, there is a risk, there is scariness, there is fear, and then there is Savior, someone saving, and then there is great relief and great joy. And that begins our service this morning. We will begin by saying morning blessings. So I want to invite you, the first part, we say the words Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam. Blessed are you, Spirit of the universe. And then I'd like to invite any of us in this room who are feeling grateful for this morning to share what you're feeling grateful for, and we'll do that several times. So we begin. I invite you to close your eyes for a moment. Think of something that you are feeling grateful for this morning. I'm grateful for our CEO. That you're feeling grateful for this morning, and we'll call those out.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Something you're feeling grateful for.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
I woke up.
I woke up.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Yes, in the back, Evelyn. For Queen Esther. Yes, for fighting oppression.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
I can make a lot of noise here.
That I can make a lot of noise here. Stand up. All right, when you hear the name Haman,
Baruch atah Adonai
here have done more than just survived, but thrived. Amen. We then go on, after we set a tone of gratitude this morning, to call ourselves into prayer. You're invited to sit tall in your seats or rise if you would like to. And for those of us who would like to, we chant the Baruch, bending our knees and facing the ark. Baruch et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach, hamevorach le'olam amen. Hamevorach, hamevorach le'olam amen. There is a prayer, we may be seated. There is a prayer that we say that is another prayer of gratitude. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Right? We get to this vast ocean as Israelites, and we're about to flee Egypt. Right? We get to this ocean. We're about to flee Egypt. And we're here at Seacrest inviting the Israelites to take the covenant with God with the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha v'chayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shitecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha b'derech uv'shofecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam leot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot b'einecha uv'tatam al mezuzot beitecha uv'yisharecha. We get to a vast ocean, and we say, oh my gosh, we've just come out of Egypt, but now Pharaoh changed his mind yet again. The Egyptian soldiers were behind us, the vast ocean is in front of us. What are we to do? In that moment, the ocean splits. In our myth, that story of the ocean splits, and we walk through on dry land to the other side. It is at that moment that we say, Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. How great are you of all gods. Amida. For us here today, it is a silent prayer. So I want to invite you for a moment to close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And listen for that small voice inside, or have that conversation with your higher power, with God. And let yourself become present. This is the Amida.
Sur Yisrael, kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, uv'dechinu mecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael. Go aleinu, Adonai Tzivaot Shemo, Kedosh Yisrael. Baruch Adonai, God Yisrael. Adonai Sifata Tiftach Ufia Gitehinatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Ose shalom v'bromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imeru amen.
And so now, we begin with a song of great cheer, Chag Purim, on your handout this year. Number 1 on your handout, Chag Purim. As our maidens, our narrator, our many characters come out on the stage. And now the story begins. Our narrator begins our story. Oh, one second. Oops! Let's say that. Oops! We have a tradition of chanting from the Megillah, Megillat Esther. This text is found in the Tanakh, in our Bible, in Nevi'im, in the prophets. I found it. This morning, Cantor Judith will be chanting from this text. This is the Megillah. I'm not sure where this originally came from, where it was donated. Carl, do you know? It was a resident who donated this. This is in the original with the special scribal skill and special ink and parchment. So first, before we act out the story, we will chant chapter 7 of the Parsha. It begins with the blessing, and Cantor Judith come up on the stage.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu al mikra Megillah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim l'avotenu b'yamim ha'hem b'zman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. אמן.
ויבוא המלך והמן.
When you hear the name of Haman, please go.
עם אסתר המלכה ויאמר המלך לאסתר גם ביום השני במשתה היין מה שאלתך אסתר המלכה ותינתן לך ומה בקשתך חצי המלכות ותעש ותן אסתר המלכה ותאמר אם מצאתי חן בעיניך המלך ואם המלך טוב תינתן לי נפשי בשביל תפילתי ועמי בבקשתי כי נמכרנו אני ועמי להשמיד להרוג ולבן לעבדים למשפחות עמכנו אך חרשתי כי אין הצער שובר בנזק המלך ויאמר המלך אחשוורוש ויאמר לאסתר המלכה מיהו זה ואיזה הוא השם לא ליבו ולעשות כן ותאמר אסתר איש טהור ואויב המן ממשתי היין אל גינת הביתן והמן כי רעה כי חלתה אליו הרע מאת המלך והמלך שב מגינת הביתן אל בית המשתה היין והמן ויאמר המלך הגם לכבוש את המלכה אמי בבית הדבר יצא מפי המלך ופי המן לפני המלך גם הנה העץ אשר עשה אשר טוב המלך עומד בבית המן
there shall live Ashvarosh the king in a beautiful palace with one wing, reserved for Vashti, his wife, with whom the king led a lascivious life. In this palace where everyone dined and were bountifully fed and wined, Haman was terribly wicked and sinister. And at one event, when the king's mind was bent, he told Haman,
"Bring in my wife, who's the apple of my life, and show every one of our guests her shapely figure and abundant breast."
I will not obey, no matter what. My mind is not swayed. From the palace she was quickly banned, and no queen remained in the land.
Get out!
Say I in a loud voice, I'm glad you made this choice. Ahasuerus, you're bad. Without you, I'm not sad. You respect no woman's right. Ridding you is my delight.
Song number 2. She said no to the king. She said no to the king. She said no to the king. She said no, 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 no. She said no to the king. Without her down, he summoned her down. Said it was right with a man with a crown. He was obsessed, she should be undressed, but Vashti refused to be a woman oppressed. Everyone! She said no to the king. She said no to the king. She said no, 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 no. She said no to the king. The king has cried, find me a bride. She must be beautiful and have no pride. When Esther came, she said, you I will tame. And if you don't like it, I'll be too late. She said no to the king. She said no to the king. Everyone! She said no, 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 no. She said no to the king. So Esther behaved, but the court was depraved. And Haman, the evil one, left in a rage. She took a stand and she made a demand that the Jews should be saved throughout the land. She said no to the king. She said no to the king. She said no, 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 no. She said no to the king.
As time went by, the king did sigh. He desired a wife to have fun in his life. And one day Haman said, as the king arose from his bed,
I'll find you a wife to have fun in your life. Many, many maidens I'll bring, not one with a ring, and we'll be all perfection for your approval and affection.
Haman's maidens assembled, but not one resembled Esther's beauty and poisoned voice. And the king took one look, promptly closed his book, announcing his glorious choice.
I choose Esther. hunted around and finally found somebody who could make me feel bad, could make me feel sad, and even be cross, try to be boss, but they wouldn't do. Some others I've seen might never be mean, might never be cross, try to be boss, but they wouldn't do. For nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you. Me. Wonderful you. Me. It had to be you.
Who was Esther, this woman of grace, filled with passion shown on her face? Did she come from afar, or perhaps from a star, or perhaps from some other place? She lived with cousin Mordecai before. About these two, we'll soon tell you more, for she was a Jew, which nobody knew, and it was a well-kept secret for sure. Mordecai came often to the gate and inquired about Queen Esther's fate, how she did spend her time, and through these visits he learned she was fine, but not of his possible fate. Now there was a rule to bow to Haman. A fool, which was something Haman Mordecai could not do. However, how pressed he responded with jest.
You want me to bow down to who?
To the Almighty alone do I bow, not to this Haman. No.
How dare you defy me, you stupid big human beings? I am angered that you have protested. I'll run to the king, and with a voice that does ring, let's have all those Jews arrested. And let's kill them after that. I'll cast a lot called poor, for I want to be sure which would be a fitting day to do away all the Jews away. The 13th of Adar to be a day of murder and glee.
Our lives are in your hands.
Not yet.
All the cries announced the news, which very much upset us Jews.
Number 4 in your handout.
May the Lord protect and defend us. May the Lord shield us from shame. May we come to be in Israel a shining name. May God bless us and grant us long life. May God
Haman's plan was not so clear. Our people's rescue is up to you.
Up to me. Such an ordeal. Mordecai, Morty, come in. Morty. I'll talk to Morty later. Here's the plan. All the Jews must not eat for 3 days. Very difficult, I know. Very difficult. But Haman's evil plan we will defeat.
We turn to song number 5 in our handout. We turn to song number 5 in our handout. We shall overcome.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Deep in our hearts, we do believe. Haman will be stopped someday. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Deep in our hearts, we do believe. And just a touch, we say.
The king and Haman to a meal I've invited. Haman, of course, will be delighted. While my king eats his favorite dish, he turns to me and asks,
What is your wish?
please,
Half the kingdom shall be thine.
oh
And
no.
to that, let's drink wine.
Well, no, please come again tomorrow night to visit and to dine with me. Esther smiled sweetly without fright. The two accepted happily. Avarash that night in his bed felt restless, had an ache in his head.
I must be distracted from this pain. Come to me, O trusted Chamberlain. Please read from my chronicles of the king and the deeds of each underling.
The king, Mordecai, did rescue from an evil plot to poison the royal stew when it was very, very hot.
Those days and amaze, I remain clear and never phased. Was this man ever repaid, I said? The man who saved me from the dead.
No, not yet. It is never too late to help this man have a better fate.
I turn to you for some advice. Pray tell, what would be nice to give to the man the king likes best?
Well, I would have him dressed in the king's suit. The king's horse let him ride. One of the king's high servants at his side, so that all the people will know this is the man the king honors so.
Do so to Mordecai without any fail, well, and do not forget the smallest detail.
With anger, Haman zoomed dead, for he thought he'd be the one on the king's dead.
Number 6 in your song sheets.
Oh, Haman, what have I done? Shoot, where I go. The order and where I take through the office. Shoot, down on the go. So we sing and praise the Lord. But Mordecai sat and laughed in his face. Shoot, shut him go. So Haman for his little race. Shoot, shut him go. So we sing and praise the Lord.
The second dinner at Esther's came. The king's question was again the same, while resting by the open fire.
Tell me, Esther, what's your desire? Half my kingdom I will give to you.
Oh, my Lord, if only you knew. Life and freedom is all I've ever wanted. As my people and I are being haunted.
Who would want your life, my dear? I will punish him. Do not fear.
It's Haman. Your favorite minister. He's bad, very bad boy. He's bad, wicked, very sinister. All the Jews he wants to kill. Without your help, he surely will.
Now the king began to shout.
Get out of here, Haman. Get me out. Servants, hang him on a tree and declare forever the Jews are free.
The Jews were overjoyed, of course, to have been freed of an evil force. Haman and all his family were sadly hanging from a tree.
Number 7 in your song sheets.
Sweet melodies hang from the branch of a tree. Sweet melodies keep on the world free.
Said the king to Esther,
Esther, my darling, you are so pretty, so sweet. I am so lucky to have you. Yes, indeed.
Yay!
Ahasuerus, my king, you are so kind. I am so lucky. I'm yours, body and mind.
Mordecai became the king's first mate, the most honored man in the state. Esther, for many years, was queen, the loveliest queen you've ever seen. Since then, each year we celebrate Purim as we congregate, to have the Megillah Esther read, not to the gallows where we ever led. Though Haman the Jewish people did survive.
Yay!
Others have tried the same. With God's help, our salvation came.
Hey, number 8 in your song sheets. Side by side.
And thank you, Rabbi, for making this all possible.